Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Lee again. Today got a game of Modern Warfare 3. Playing Kill Confirmed on the map Bootleg. Now, Bootleg, I think, is definitely one of the better maps. It's definitely hard to get them out of the respawn sometimes, but I generally like the way this map plays in general. The kill streaks aren't the best, so I generally run 5.7.9, but I'm not running kill streaks in this game. I'm running the specialist loadout. I'm using the Model 1887s, and I do get a m.o.a.b with it. So it's been a while. When I look at this, I think about the times where the other shotgun m.o.a.bs I got before I started recording. So I kind of wish I started posting those up because I was definitely getting them before most people started putting them up, if not at least a few weeks before then. You know, the thing about me is that I can't just use so-called try-hard weapons because the game gets very, very stale for me very quickly, and I like variety. I mean, to date, I have all the gold weapons with the shotguns, the submachine guns, and the assault rifles. And I'm half done with the sniper rifles. And I'm in the process of finishing up the light machine guns. But I haven't been playing too much Modern Warfare 3. So it probably won't be for a while, if not ever, if I get the rest of the guns gold. But I have used all of them pretty extensively, as you can tell in this video. So we're going to talk about the modern 1887s. Um, this gun, it's definitely not what it used to be, and I mean not what it is right now in Modern Warfare 2. Because if you guys remember back in Modern Warfare 2, these guns used to be the shit before they got patched. I mean, these were like the mid-range sniper rifle, and you can catch them from a distance. I mean, I mean, at the time before they patched it, they had like the range, 3 times the range of like the SPAS 12. And we all think that the SPAS 12 in Modern Warfare 2 was so good. But before it got patched, this gun was the shotgun of choice. I mean, you put this on, and you can use it as a primary. I mean, I use this gun pretty much all the time. That was so much fun. But eventually got patched, and you know, for the right reasons. It was a little bit game breaking because you didn't really have to aim. Plus, you had 2 shotguns when you were running Kimbo, so you had double the firepower, and there was pretty much no engagement you could have lost in. So in that aspect, they were right to patch it. But to the point where they patched it, it just became unusable. You know, and then eventually the SPAS ruled out because it had 16 rounds of extended mags, and it had a better hip spread. So eventually the SPAS went out. But the Model 1887s in this game, not very good. It's got a larger hip spread than most of the other shotguns, minus the AA-12. But at least with the AA-12, you got full auto fire rate, so it kind of makes up for it. It's definitely got more damage than the other shotguns, so keep that in mind, minimum base. So, in my opinion, I think damage is the way to go. And plus, if you're running damage on shotguns with specialists, you want to run that anyway first because you do get range once you get the specialist bonus, if you haven't known already. So definitely damage if you're running specialist, and damage if you're running support, nonetheless, or assault. Um, Now, when I watched this video back before I started recording, uh, doing my commentary, I checked, and the kill count comes to about half and half. I got about half with the 1887s and half with skorpians. Do get a couple of knife kills, but you know, just made the opportunity out of it because I didn't want to give away my position. So that's that. Perks I'm using are Sleight of Hand, Assassin, and Cerebro Pro. I generally don't run Assassin when I play in general, but you know, this gun is really hard to use as it is, so I try to give myself as an easy time using this. But once you do get the specialist bonus with this gun, and then you end up getting the damage and the range proficiency and steady aim, this gun starts acting a lot like the SPAS 12 Modern Warfare 2. See right there, 2 long shots, and for those of you in disbelief, it's very consistent when it comes to that, like right there too. And that's because the damage, this gun has a higher minimum damage, and with damage proficiency, it achieves that consistency. So give it a try. But you know, it's really disappointing because I'm a huge fan of shotguns. It's definitely my favorite weapons in this game, in Call of Duty, I think. Either that or maybe assault rifles. And I just don't like the fact that you gotta run a specific setup to make this gun usable. Like, I'm not a fan of specialists too much because I feel like I lose out too much in the game. For a guy who likes to win games and play the objective, and a lot of times it's just not a pub stomping. I don't come across every single game where it becomes a blowout. It becomes a really tough grinding it out game where like I gotta call my AC-130 and you know maintain control of the maps. Sometimes I gotta triple cap just so I can catch up from being behind for so long, and that's why I generally don't run specialist. But as you can see, I just got my Moab. Um, got another kill with it to make up for the free kill that I got earlier with a knife. And definitely proud of this game because I was running around the map and I went around at least twice. So it was definitely a good game. Definitely not the fastest moab you ever see, but that's just how it is with shotgun gameplays. You just gotta keep your gunfights one on one because it can become instant death for you if there's another guy next to you, if the enemy has another teammate. And a gun like this, the Model 1887 KSG and the Spaz 12, it pumps too slow. So you just won't almost ever get the second shot. So keep that in mind. One thing I should point out is, like I said, half my kills came from the Scorpions, and that's just smart playing. Um, Shotguns are so gimped in terms of the rate of fire that you just better off swapping to your secondary. So, and plus, Sleight of Hand Pro works differently in this game, so you take advantage of it. I mean, do you guys really want to die in the middle of a streak because you're too stubborn to switch out to the other weapon? That's the secondary for a reason. You use it. And quite frankly, it's easier to get a Kimbo Scorpion Moab than it is with a shotgun. And I gotta talk about the Scorpions in the last minute I have in this video. Definitely my favorite machine pistols in the game. The only reason you guys don't see it too often is because I don't run scavenger and steady aim too often, so it makes it very hard for me to use it because you only have one extra rounds, and compared to the FMG9s, this thing does less damage and has less ammo. So those are the main reasons. But when I do run specialists, I generally run Scorpions exclusively because they do have one thing going for them, that's have like no recoil when you fire down the hip. I mean, you can shoot someone across the map with the Scorpion. That's how great they are with steady aim. And so that's about it. Do like this video, and it really helps me, and I hope you guys like it. Hit me up in the comments if you think you have anything to say. Bye.